Ready for a deep dive? Today we're tackling weight loss myths.
Ooh, I love this topic.
Here's the twist.
Okay.
We're looking at it all through Cuban lens.
I like it.
So get ready for some sun salsa and maybe a little skepticism as we break down these misconceptions.
Sounds good.
Our guide for this journey is an article called Weight Loss Myths Busted: 7 Essential Truths You Need to Know for Effective Results.
Okay.
And, it's so interesting how these myths, they're everywhere.
Right.
But they take on this whole new vibe when you look at them in a vibrant culture like Cuba's.
Yeah, that's a really great point.
By the end of this, you'll have the facts and you'll understand how these myths can really impact you, especially if you love anything Cuban.
Exactly.
All right, let's jump right in. Myth number 1, carbs are the enemy.
Oh, yeah. We've all heard that one.
It's like the villain in every weight loss story.
Right.
But is it really true?
Well, it's definitely a myth, but I can see why it feels tricky in Cuba.
Yeah.
When rice and beans are a staple in so many meals.
That's so true.
But here's the thing. Okay.
Carbs, those are your body's main source of energy.
Really?
It's like trying to run a car without gas.
That's a good analogy.
You're not going to get very far.
Makes sense.
So it's not about ditching carbs completely.
Oh, thank goodness. I was getting worried for a second.
But there is some nuance to
Okay, I
them.
was thinking there had to be.
It's all about knowing the difference between complex carbs and simple carbs.
Oh, okay. I've heard of that, but remind me.
Think of complex carbs as like a slow-burning fire that keeps you going.
Okay.
You'll find them in whole grains, fruits, vegetables.
So those good-for-you foods?
Exactly. All those colorful, fiber-rich foods.
Gotcha.
Now, simple carbs, those are like a quick burst of flame that dies out fast, and then you're just...
Grained.
You got it.
Yeah.
Think processed foods, sugary drinks, things that give you that quick energy but don't last.
So basically, if I'm looking at my plate with some rice and beans, how do I make good choices?
Well, that's the beauty of it.
Okay.
You don't have to give up the foods you love.
Okay, good.
Instead of white rice, choose brown rice.
I-
And those black beans. Packed with fiber.
Nice.
And load up on all those amazing fruits and veggies from Cuban markets.
I love Cuban markets.
Me too.
So we're finding that balance between healthy choices and the food we love.
Exactly. Culture and healthy choices all in one.
I love that. It's like even with weight loss, there's that Cuban rhythm.
Totally.
All right, next myth. All fats make you fat.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Right. It sounds so straightforward.
It does. But it's not that simple.
Okay, so tell me more.
For a long time, fat was like the bad guy.
Yeah.
But now we know there are healthy fats that are not only good for you,
Wait, so healthy fats are a thing?
they are.
Huh.
They can actually help you lose weight.
Yo, hold on. I need to hear more about this.
So it's all about understanding there are different types of fats.
Okay, there's going to be more to it than just good fat, bad fat.
Right.
Like, what's the difference?
Well, the article talks about avocados, nuts, olive oil.
All delicious things.
They're like the VIPs of fats.
Okay, I like where this is going. They keep you feeling full so you don't overeat.
Okay, that makes sense.
And they can even help with hormones, reducing inflammation, and just keeping your body happy.
So instead of being scared of fats, I should be adding the right ones.
Exactly.
All right, so now I'm picturing this amazing Cuban salad.
Ooh, tell me about it.
Some black beans, avocado, a drizzle of olive oil,
Sounds delicious.
and maybe a squeeze of lime.
Perfect. You're enjoying Cuban food, but being mindful of the types of fat you use.
Okay, so it's all about finding what works for me.
Exactly. It's got to fit your life and what you like.
Okay, let's keep going. Myth number 3, you can spot reduced fat.
Oh, that's a classic.
I used to believe this one so hard.
Me too.
I would do crunches for hours hoping to get a flat belly.
Crunches all day long.
Did it work? Not so much.
Ah, the myth of spot reduction.
Such a tempting idea.
It is. If only our bodies worked that way.
Right.
Fat loss happens all over your body. You can't just target one spot.
Oh man, so all those crunches were for nothing.
Well, not exactly. They probably made your abs stronger. It's true. Which is great.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't have burned fat just in your belly.
So what's the real secret then? How do I actually lose fat?
The article talks about a holistic approach to fitness.
Okay, so not just crunches.
Right. Instead of doing just one exercise, try mixing cardio and strength training.
Gotcha.
And here's where Cuban culture comes in.
Okay.
Think dancing.
I knew you were going to say that.
It's perfect, right?
Salsa rumba, son.
All of it. It's like a party for your fitness.
And you can't stand still when you hear that music.
Nope. You're burning calories, working all those muscles, and it's just so Cuban.
It's like turning a workout into a celebration.
I love it.
All right, myth number 4. Skipping meals helps you lose weight.
Interesting.
This one always felt a little off to me.
Yeah, I get that.
Like, shouldn't eating less mean losing weight?
Well, it's not that simple.
Okay, why not?
When you skip meals, your body goes into what's called starvation mode.
Starvation mode.
It's basically slowing down your metabolism to save energy.
Oh, so that's
Yeah.
not good.
Not really. Plus, you end up way more hungry later and eat more.
So it's about when I eat and how often I eat,
Makes a big difference.
which makes me think about breakfast.
The most important meal of the day.
Right. Is it really?
Well, the article does talk about starting your day with a good breakfast.
And I mean, Cuban breakfast is amazing.
It really is. Think eggs and bread for energy, some tropical fruit for vitamins.
So much better than a bowl of cereal.
Totally. It's like fuel for your body and your soul.
That sounds so good.
It is.
So we're saying no to skipping meals. Regular balanced meals are the way to go.
Absolutely.
Your body likes that consistency.
It does. It's like a well-oiled machine.
I like that analogy.
It needs the right fuel to work its best.
Okay, this is making so much sense.
Good.
But before we go any further,
Yeah.
I want to remind everyone we're talking about these myths in a Cuban context.
Right.
We're looking at our article for insights.
Makes sense.
We're not doctors or anything.
Definitely not.
We just want you to think about this stuff critically.
Exactly. It's about making your own informed choices.
Right. Choices that fit you and your background.
I like that.
All right, myth number 5. All weight loss supplements are effective.
Ooh, this is a big one.
Right. We've all seen those ads promising miracle results.
Yeah, you can lose 10 pounds in a week.
But are they for real?
It's easy to want to believe that there's a magic pill,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
but the truth is a lot of those supplements just don't work.
Really?
And some can even be bad for you.
Wow.
The article says to be careful, there's really no replacement for a good diet and exercise.
Let's back to basics.
Exactly. Give your body good food and move it around.
And Cuban food already has so many amazing fresh ingredients.
It really does.
All right. Myth number 6. Exercise alone is enough for weight loss.
I think I know where this is going.
You can't outrun a bad diet, right?
You got it.
We've all heard that one.
It's a classic for a reason.
So true.
Exercise is important for your health and it can help you lose weight.
Yeah.
But it's not the whole story.
Okay. What else is there?
It's like building a house with only bricks.
Okay. I'm listening.
You need other things too to make it strong.
So what's the missing piece then?
It's what you eat. Nutrition plays a huge role.
Really?
You could be at the gym every day,
Yeah.
but if you're eating processed foods, sugary drinks, unhealthy fats...
You're not going to see results.
Exactly.
So it's all about balance.
Right. Moving your body and what you put into it.
It's like a dance.
It is. And Cuban culture is great at both movement and delicious food.
Such a good point.
Right.
Okay, last myth for today. Weight loss is a quick fix.
Oh, this is a big one.
I know, we live in a world where we want everything right now.
Instant gratification.
But the article says when it comes to weight loss,
Yeah.
it's about making changes that last.
It's like learning a new language.
I like that analogy.
You can't become fluent overnight.
So true.
It takes time, effort, and being open to the journey.
So instead of looking for a quick fix, I need to think long term.
Exactly.
What does the article say is a good pace for losing weight?
It says to aim for 1 to 2 pounds a week.
So slow and steady.
That's the key. That way it's healthier and you can keep it up.
It's about making changes that become part of my life, not just some crash diet,
You got it.
and celebrating those little wins along the way.
Absolutely. Every healthy choice you make is worth celebrating.
I love that. And that wraps up part 1 of our deep dive into weight loss myths from a Cuban point of view.
It's been fun.
We busted 7 common myths and looked at the truth behind each one.
Join us for part 2, where we'll get into even more practical tips for weight loss in Cuba.
We'll talk about some real strategies for making those changes last.
Don't go anywhere.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back to our Cuban weight loss adventure.
All right, we've busted those myths wide open.
It's time to get practical.
Let's talk real-life tips for success, especially for anyone living that Cuban life.
I'm ready.
The article had some great advice.
Like what?
Embracing traditional Cuban foods, but with a healthy twist.
Yeah, you don't have to give up everything you love.
Right. So how do we do that? What are some swaps we can make?
Well, think about rice and beans.
A classic.
Instead of white rice, try brown rice.
Easy swap.
You get the same great texture, but with more fiber and nutrients.
And what about fried food?
Ooh, good one.
I mean, Cuban food is all about those fried dishes.
It is, but you don't have to give them up completely.
Okay, good.
It's all about moderation.
Okay.
Try using less oil when you fry. Or experiment with baking or grilling.
Ooh, baked toast stones.
Yeah, or empanadas still packed with flavor but a little healthier.
Okay, I'm getting hungry just thinking about it.
Me too.
The article also mentioned dancing.
Oh, I love this one.
It's perfect for Cuba.
Cuban music and dance, it's not just entertainment.
It's a way of life.
A celebration of culture.
And a great workout.
All in one.
Think about salsa rumba, son.
You can't just stand there.
Nope, you gotta move.
You're burning calories, using so many muscles, and it's all part of Cuban culture.
It's like a party for your body.
And it's so fun you don't even realize you're working out.
Right.
The article said to join a dance class.
Yeah, like that.
A great way to connect with people or just dance at home.
Put on some music and let loose.
Exactly.
Okay, now let's talk about mindful eating.
Ah, yes.
How does that work with Cuban food?
Well, mindful eating is about paying attention to your hunger,
Okay.
knowing when you're full.
So basically, listening to my body.
Exactly. Savoring every bite, eating slowly, really tuning in.
But being present with the food.
Yes, especially in a culture where food and sharing meals is so important.
It's not about saying no to the food you love.
It's about enjoying it without overdoing it.
Respecting my body and the food.
Felt like it.
Now, the article also talked about fresh produce.
And Cuba is full of it.
It's a paradise for fruits and veggies.
Has all those colors and flavors.
Mangoes, papayas, plantains.
So many options.
They taste amazing, and they're packed with nutrients.
It's like nature's candy.
Right.
The article recommends visiting local markets.
Oh, can you imagine?
Strolling through a Cuban market.
Picking out the freshest fruits and veggies.
Such a sensory experience.
And then you can use all those ingredients to cook up amazing dishes.
Traditional or modern.
It's all about that freshness.
And speaking of freshness, don't forget about water.
So important.
Especially in Cuba's warm weather.
It's easy to think you're hungry when you're actually thirsty.
It is so. Staying hydrated can help you avoid snacking.
Good tip.
If you get bored with plain water, try adding some fruit or herbs.
Ooh, like a watermelon mint infusion.
Sounds refreshing.
Now, the article mentioned community and support,
That's so important.
especially in a culture like Cuba's.
Surround yourself with people who support you.
Share healthy recipes.
Go for walks together.
Find a support group.
It's about tapping into that Cuban spirit of togetherness.
I love that. We're almost at the end of part 2.
Okay,
Let's talk about goals.
another big one.
It's easy to want to change everything at once.
Yeah, I get overwhelmed thinking about it.
But the article says to start small.
Small steps.
Don't try to do it all at once.
Okay.
Focus on achievable goals.
Like what?
Maybe swap white rice for brown rice more often.
Okay,
Or add a walk to your routine.
good one.
Or eat an extra serving of fruits or veggies.
Those are all doable.
It's about those little changes that add up over time.
And remember, weight loss is different for everyone.
Sure.
What works for one person might not work for another.
Good point.
Listen to your body, be patient, and celebrate those small wins.
This reminds me of those quick fixes we talked about.
The supplements and fad diets.
Right.
We want to emphasize that healthy eating and exercise are so important.
Absolutely.
But we also know that some people might want extra help.
And for those people, we have something to share.
Okay, tell me more.
Imagine if you could get rid of stubborn fat and support weight loss in a simple and healthy way while you are at home.
That sounds amazing.
You can find out by visiting https://rebrand.lifesolutionweightloss or by clicking on the link in the description of this podcast.
Remember, do your research, talk to your doctor, and make choices that are right for you.
Well said.
Get ready, because in part 3, we'll be putting it all together.
We'll explore the big picture of weight loss in Cuban culture.
Stay tuned.
We're back for the final part of our Cuban weight loss exploration.
It's been quite a journey.
We've busted myths, uncovered tips, and really gotten into that Cuban vibe.
Now it's time to see the big picture.
To connect all the dots.
What does it all mean? Why does this matter, especially if you're living that Cuban life?
Exactly. We've learned that it's not about cutting out entire food groups.
Or those crazy quick fixes.
It's about finding that balance
between healthy choices
and cultural traditions
embracing Cuban cuisine,
with all its freshness and flavor.
but making smart choices that support your health.
It's about moving your body in a way that feels good
Like those amazing Cuban dances.
and remembering that weight loss is a journey.
Everyone's journey is different.
Our article really highlighted that.
There's no magic solution.
It takes time, effort.
And adapting things to fit your needs.
We also talked about getting advice from experts
Doctors, nutritionists.
and doing your research before trying any fad diets or supplements.
It's about taking charge of your health.
Making informed choices.
So as we wrap up,
What's the key takeaway?
you have the power to make healthy choices.
Especially within the beautiful Cuban culture.
Don't let those myths hold you back.
Enjoy Cuban food
Find ways to move your body that you love.
and celebrate every step towards a healthier you. Remember, those small changes can make a big difference over time.
Before we say goodbye, one last thought.
Okay.
We talked about support and making smart decisions.
And for anyone looking for extra help on their weight loss journey,
We have something special to share.
imagine getting rid of stubborn fat and supporting weight loss in a simple, healthy way at home.
It's possible.
You can find out more by visiting https://rebrand.lifesolutionweightloss or clicking the link in the description.
As always, talk to your doctor and make choices that work for you.
And that brings us to the end of our Cuban weight loss adventure.
I hope you enjoy it.
We hope you feel empowered to navigate the world of weight loss
With a clear perspective.
and a little bit of that Cuban spirit.
Stay curious, keep exploring, and remember, knowledge is power.
Thanks for joining us on The Deep Dive.
Until next time, adios.